get their audience to take any decision. All the audience go for is just to have fun and go out. They shop and say support the business. Able to take that action. Then you're not an influencer. You cannot tell me 1,000 people want action or what I tell them to do. So that's what influence is. It's not that I have the followers, that they listen to me and they take action. Then you're an influencer. I can have 10,000 followers and be an influencer because you can get people to actually take action. For example, when I was in university, these guys do not go on social media, but you also organize to talk to. Those guys are influencers. If you have an event to feel, whether it's church event or whether it's educational event or anything, there are people you talk to. Don't let them the number of people that you can network. They will fill your hall. Those are influencers. They can actually get the job done. So if you flip that and take it online, you say, how, if I'm going to partner with somebody, which is part of the thing that you do for visibility, what is the strength of this collaboration? What can this person do for me? Is the person going to bring followers to follow me? Can the person buy my product? So it's not about the awareness. They now know my name. After they know your name, what I would also is after you post that and they see what happens, what's the ROI? How many people? If I want to invest, they would probably not like me. I need to know, this is what we're paying. How many people will take action that I want? What action is? Whether it's followers, whether it's sales, basically. So that's how you know influence, and that's how you measure influence. And then of course, whether it's product services, you want to make money. But without the visibility, without your ability to influence people, you always be broke. So people come here with, I want to sell, without having this and this. And it usually doesn't work. That's right. Yes, so go back. So go back. No, forward. Yes. So basically this is, no, forward, sorry. Yes. So this is, I'm basically on a campaign to raise people I call influential storytellers. Because deep down, we all want to be influencers, and guess what I mean? We want the power that influence has. So influence has one honey magnetism, where everybody just wants to like everybody likes you, wants to know you, and wants to favor you. It's power deep down, whether you are conservative or whatever, you are churchy, whatever it is, everybody wants to be influential. Yeah, but at the same time, maybe you're an entrepreneur, you're not a lifestyle on Instagram. How do you become this person of influence? What it is you're doing as an entrepreneur? My opinion is that you be an influential storyteller. What are you telling stories about? I really don't want to. I really don't care. It's your personal life. You have an NGO, you want to run a business, and you want to monetize that. It could be anything. It could be that you want to work as an organization, but you want to share authentic stories, what you do, and with your content creation skills, use that ability to get people to patronize your company. I really don't know what your aim is. But I'm saying your storytelling ability, creation skills, questions. So what I define influential is basically to get 1 to 10% of a particular audience to take action. So if you put your message in front of 1,000 people, can you get 1 to 10% of that to take action? Take concrete action. If you can do that, your influence potential is pretty high. Yeah, but it's basically your ability to influence people, your ability to take action. Yeah. So basically, people I want to work with are basically they're driven and ambitious. Or trust me, people are driven and ambitious and they're broke. Yeah. They don't understand the storytelling and they don't understand their audience. What's on your mind? It's a communication of storytelling. It's a medium of story. So if you don't know storytelling, you cannot survive in that market. Because people coming on social media, they're not coming to buy from you. Once they say you are selling, So the only way you're communicating to them is stories. And stories can be totally different from. So if you don't start storytelling, and then that's great, you now know storytelling. If you don't know marketing, you'll be telling stories and wasting your time and your resources because you will not make money. That's the truth. And if you don't then understand your audience, you design marketing plans that doesn't have an effect on them. So those are 3 core things I help clients to figure out here. Because beyond making money, which is good and I love making money, I hope that with your storytelling, with people that be authentic. Because without being authentic, you cannot last as a storyteller. You cannot sustain that. Yeah, and your audience will know. They will just have a feel this girl is fake, man. You know, she's not real. You know, this is not who she is. And the video basically where there was a lady who was into fashion makeup beauty, and there was another lady who was into mental health and wellness. And she had no makeup, and she had natural hair. And she was like, you speak about putting your best foot, that's personal grooming, that she doesn't like makeup. The day you want to look, last day. Because, first of all, mental health and wellness. Being sober helps your ministry. You connect with those people. This offers mental health and awareness. People will think you're living the life. So they will be more depressed that you're following her. Do you understand? And then she's a makeup person. If she looks like you, there's a problem. Because she doesn't look like the model of what people aspire to be like. So, and then she has a bad makeup, but she probably still, even if she uses makeup, she uses makeup because it's an industry. So you guys are living your life, but don't try to be like her, thinking, oh, she's natural and I'm not natural. Just focus on your lane, because both of you are fine. You know, you're very fine. As long as this is your authentic self, you are very fine. Yeah. So of course, like I said, not trying to express them was be your authentic self, but always try to be a 10 on your authentic self. Meaning, don't feel, oh, I'm not a makeup person, so you won't pay attention to personal grooming and just behave anyhow because no, I'm being myself. You're not being yourself, you're being careless. That's true. You're being lazy and being careless for people to notice. Yeah, so even within the context of who you think you're comfortable to be a 10. Whatever that means to you, yeah? So being a better version is very important because if you don't keep on focusing on my identity and being better, money will not throw you at a point. And when fame and attention comes in, and you don't have a core sense of who am I trying to be, what are my core, you can lose yourself. Yeah? So once you know what's important to you, like maybe family and having a good name or whatever it is that's important to you, you keep those core things core. No matter what people are throwing at you, to keep telling yourself, I have to keep to my core. I have to keep to my core. Because, like I said, storytelling is how it communicates. I need to know the time exactly. Awesome. 26 let me know. Yeah. It's how to communicate, meaning that people are going to design manipulative, storytelling can be manipulative. They will design storytelling manipulative messages at you to get you to make decisions that you should not make. So you need to keep fighting that with your awareness. So while you use storytelling to your advantage as a person, you need to realize that the world will keep throwing stories at you. So how do I safeguard myself against them, yet still be a positive voice in the world and get other people to make better decisions because they follow me on social media? Yes, that's why I will never want to be shared. So, first rule. Second is share only what is needed to be shared in relation to your story or your message. And then share only what and the message that you're trying to communicate. Because, like I said, you can enter into forest with storytelling. You yourself as a storyteller, you can get carried away with the emotions of storytelling. You forget why you're sharing the story. And there's a thing about the attention game. How do you manage sharing and being addicted to attention on social media? Meaning, I want to share because there is a high I get from the engagement from my followers. Yeah, versus me sharing for a purpose and keeping my identity. It's a fight that anybody that wants to be a person of influence fights. is a real fight, because once you say I want to be an influencer, I want to get a person of influence, you are saying I want to share a part of my personal life with people consciously, not by mistake, consciously. Yeah, but you need to keep refining my why. Why am I sharing? What am I sharing? Is it important to share? And your identity. I say identity very much because once you become a person of influence, people are throwing things at you, more opportunities. And you need to keep fighting and knowing what you say yes to, which you say no to, which events do I turn down, which events do I turn up at. It's a constant fight, because once you lose yourself, things get really judgy. You start hearing how someone has a sex scandal, someone has depression, someone's on drugs, because the pressure gets to them and they cannot keep up with the image, and they are losing their minds. Yeah, so it's a constant struggle, but you can actually use storytelling profitably and also to keep your identity core. Let's move because I need to do that. Okay, so this is for those who got my free guide. If you didn't get it, as an attachment in the social media week schedule page, so you can go there and download it. But if you can't find your way around there, you can just go to my website and download it from there. So the link is on the card if you want it. So basically, there are 7 things I shared there. Become aware of how you see yourself, as how you're being perceived. So this is identity, this is communication, and then this is it's still communication. This is still communication. I'm sorry, we have to jump, but I want to take you through that. Yes, so I said the 5 stages of influential storytelling formula. So this is where people come to me for here because of what I say I am storyteller. But I take them through here because you need to work on your identity. Like I said, go to the slide before. Like I said before, become aware of how do you see yourself versus how is the market seeing you. That's self-awareness and identity. And then you deciding, now this is how I want to be perceived. So all that has to be decided in the identity stage before you go into communication. So you don't get carried away when you're in communication. But here, you then get intentional about the experiences, the events, the people that you associate yourself with, based on, because influence is all about perception marketing. Why? Because in the world that perception is more real than reality. So the difference between all of us here and the people on social media that are fake is that we actually have content, we have value here. But the problem is that people don't know us and they don't know the value we have to offer. So the good thing is we have the right stuff. But now we need now to do perception marketing to draw their attention, knowing that we don't have fluff. So when they show up, we have content. When they open the container, then we actually have something inside. That's different between you and somebody who just uses story for manipulation, because once people know, see, after the story, like, this guy is just fake, there's nothing here. But we have good stuff. But now, how do we then do perception marketing with storytelling so that the people we're trying to reach out, so that we are for them and they can buy from us or whatever it is we want them to do? Yeah, so ownership is very important. So there, and how we want to be perceived. Then we're going to communicate that identity through our stories, through our logo, through our events, and the people that follow us. Yeah? Well, as amazing as all that is, we need to have ownership. Ownership basically means your platforms. Well, aside from social media, what other platforms are you going to own? Are you going to have a website? Are you going to have mailing lists? Are you going to have a physical community? Are you going to have? Are you going to create? Are you going to write a book? Are you going to own different kind of assets? Branded, merchandise. What else? What are you owning aside from your social media? Owned, by the way. You don't own it. Yeah, it's just on the platform. Because you don't own it, because you don't have access, you don't have control, full control over that. So basically, as a storyteller, you grow from just sharing your ideas and your stories to how do I get focus on ownership? This is where you start thinking like a business person. What are my assets? What are my assets in my business? And then implementation then goes to when you're just owning your platforms. You're then focused on implementing certain goals. For example, I now have a mailing list. In implementation, I mean I want to grow to 1,000 followers, 1,000 people on my mailing list. Implementation for this may mean I want to sell 1,000 books. So basically, what are the goals I'm implementing as regarding my ownership here? The mastery has to do with three big things. So mastery of storytelling, mastery of marketing, and mastery of distribution. So product distribution and story distribution, basically. So mastery of storytelling, sharing your story, mastery of marketing, and then mastery of product distribution and story distribution. Story distribution can be that I write a book and I sell it on Amazon. Amazon is great, but I sell it within and outside Nigeria. Story distribution means if I have a compelling story, I get myself featured on 20 news sites in Nigeria. I get myself featured on 10 radio stations within and outside Nigeria. So I'm sharing my story, I'm distributing it. Product distribution can mean you having a offline network of people that can actually move your product from place to place. Yeah, but you can't really get here until you build a lot of foundation. It may take you a 3 years before you. But the important thing is for you to decide. I just want to be a content creator or a storyteller. I want to be an influential one. I want to be able to get people to take action on my recommendations. I want to have a group of people that, like I said, these are my people. Basically, I want to be able to communicate. I want to have a voice. I know that 100 people, 10 people will listen and take action. I want to know that I'm influential. I can get people to make a decision based on what I said. So, for example, I shared two stories actually. The first one was an influential friend of mine told me recently that I should promote his products. It was 1,000 naira. In my mind, I was afraid. Here's my fear. Because my social media platforms have been very active, and I go offline, very active. I've been very up and down. Stuff like, I don't think they were something I'm very proud of. Yeah. So I'm like, do I have as much influence as I used to have? When you're trying to form, man, but what you're telling me is that you perceive that I can have the influence. In my mind, I don't think so. So I said, yes, I will do it here. I put up a post, wrote a story, and I got 5 people to pay for the book in like less than 30 minutes. I was proud. It was 5. I was proud. 5 people bought a book of somebody that I'm an influencer. You know, so it wasn't plenty people bought. I was proud that there's still people that follow me somehow, and within an hour they're able to make a decision. They don't know the guy, and I don't even know them. I know them like I don't know them personally. I don't even know them offline. Like, do you understand my point? So that's why I was like, wow. So there are people that follow me that if I can tell them to do something, they'll take action. Basically, it reinforced my faith in myself. Basically, and it was a good feeling to know that I could get people to take action for something that I knew was in their best interest. Basically, so yeah. Next slide. We're running. Yes, thank God. So, like I said earlier, there is identity, and then this is where you then go to. But between identity and communication, you have what I call personal branding. So, which is the one I used to do before. They now told me that it's storytelling they wanted. But me, I knew that before you reach storytelling, you have to start from here. What am I telling stories about? Do you understand? So, you will pay for storytelling, you will start for personal branding. Because I cannot tell stories without that. That's the truth. So, we do personal branding, and then from personal branding, we then jump to platforms because we're communicating. So, we're telling stories, and we're saying, what platforms are we telling the stories? Because the platforms then decide the type of stories you tell and the purpose of your stories. And of course, from platforms, you then go to the point where you need to lead yourself. Why do you need to lead yourself? I'll tell you the next model, because you're now a leader, a tribe leader. There are people that follow you. Yeah? So if you don't have mastery over yourself, mastery over your emotions, very important. For many reasons. Because people are going to expect that your life is perfect. They expect that everything is well with you. That you show up every day with nice images, nice videos, nice pictures. In their mind, you are the influencer that has a perfect life. So you need to. So I'm not saying you have to keep up with the lie, but you need to manage your life. Your platform or your business doesn't die because of you have issues. And then sometimes there are ups and downs in your business. You don't make money. You are in debt. You are in broke. Or some people are saying not so nice things to you on social media, or people come tell you you're proud, or tell you some very or people are actually saying rude to you. Things that they can't say to you in person, basically. So with rudeness, I just ignore the message. basically. So, or I look for a friend and I rant, I pour my anger on a friend. Because I have a scenario, because I'm just afraid of all this scream on social media people. And I'm going somewhere in my life. So I don't want to bring it out some very nasty thing I said about somebody on social media. So there's nothing you said to me, I can never tell me to reply, never. I will block it. The button is there, right? I can block you. Or you're not supposed to, I will know. Then if you say for that, I will just block because I cannot reply. I'm just too afraid to reply. But basically, there's something that you can do. Yeah, but you don't have control over your emotional, mental health. You can't last in this influential storytelling business. You can't last. You really. And that's why you have music and movie celebrities messing up. Because they don't have stamina. Nobody told them that once you step out into this place, you have to hold yourself and discipline yourself. Because you're not an aspirational figure. You're not a leader. Nobody taught them how to manage all that. So that's breaking down, basically. So I teach self-leadership because if you don't have it, everything you built up will mess up. Yeah? And of course, we'll go back to mastery. So, but what I tell people is that what I can help you with is self-awareness. Yeah, self-awareness about the things that you need to do. My sister, my brother, how fast you grow is implementation. Without implementation, all I'm saying is storytelling, which is nice, but it's not going to help you far. So you need to apply and take action on whatever the action is. I would be clear about my identity. I pick a platform, Instagram, and I spend time on growing my audience. Kill it, do that. I decide to take more ownership. I want to have my website, I build my mailing list because I want to have more control of my audience. Do it, kill it. But that you don't implement all the workshops, all the books, all the overpriced seminars will not if you don't implement. Basically, so it's very important. It's your key to your storyteller journey. Next slide. Yes. So this is where I need you to be. I need you to think about it. That's why I'm critical. You are going on with this one, so you can look at it and think about it very, very well. Most of us start here. So we are reluctant storytellers. We are the career people. We are the content creators, digital marketers, or whatnot. But we don't. Sorry, that's really distracting. We're not really telling our stories, or if we're telling the stories, we're really telling it very, very poorly. Because you know these social media profiles for, when I know someone is not serious with their brand or their life, it's when your social media is all these selfies of family and friends. You only have 13 pictures, or the annoying one, private account.
I can't understand that one.
I don't want to say that table. If anybody that follows me in private accounts, in fact, if I'm following that account, I unfollow immediately. God nonsense. So see, I know people that are not on social media and I respect them. However, you don't be on social media at all. Let me know that you're not there. How can you now be there? And they're not telling me my friends that know me that I don't want to enter that conversation right now. So basically, they're post storytellers. Then guess what? So it's a model, no influence, high visibility. What happened? They now meet like maybe a Banky W or a 2nd Birthday or something, and then those people then put them on a platform, and then promote them. But they're not known. They're not really doing anything per se. But this hype doesn't help them. Because when this crowd comes, they don't see anything, so they just pull up. That's what happens here, And then this person then comes here, wakes up, and then they move here. So they move here because they realize that, okay, they start telling stories, And then they then here, telling stories and have a platform. The easiest platform to create is a social media platform, right? So they open an Instagram page or a Facebook page. So no platform, and then they create a platform. But what's the problem? They create a platform or you're putting out content, but it's still your 100 followers, your 900 followers, your 1,005 followers that just know you and it's not working. So you move here and say, beyond my social media platforms, I want to then get serious about my content, my niche, my content, and I want to grow. I want to do something. I want to grow a community. I want to do my business. I want to do something. And then you become a tribe leader. So you're more. So those are the people. They have bios. Their bios make sense. Their stories make sense. You know what these people do because they're more aware about what they're trying to do. But the challenge is that they have a platform, whatever platform is for, because they have poor marketing and they still have poor storytelling skills. So well is that they have a niche, they have some good content, and they have people that follow those contents. So you may not, the content may not connect to you, but there are people kind of like it. Yes, so they have some video following, people are following them somehow. But because they're not really that marketing, they are stuck with their 1,000 followers, 10,000 followers. Nobody really knows them. They're just there, basically. They're just comfortably being there. And then they want to be here. Sometimes they grow. They become so much significant, but still within their community, basically, yeah. But outside of their sphere of influence, nobody really knows them. So what I basically would say is, you need to improve your marketing. I need to do what I call launching a storytelling campaign. I share that in the free guide. It's on the card for you to download, basically. But your storytelling campaign basically helps you to achieve whatever aim you're trying to achieve. So whether it's brand awareness, whether you're trying to communicate an ideology. So for example, I can decide to launch a campaign about influential storytelling. So I'm not really idea promotion. That's what, so for me, it's more of top of mind than trying to make money. That could be a reason for awesome. They're telling me I should round up. Basically, so this is where you really want to be. This is where everybody wants to be. Why? Because you have market recognition. Once you say my name is, oh, I know you already. Everybody wants that, man. Life is good like that. Because opportunities come to you, but you're the one that is saying, oh my God, I'm too overbooked, you know, I'm not available, I'm in Lagos tomorrow, I'm in Abuja, you know, my life is so busy, so stressed up, so many planes, you know, I'm not, you know, that's a good life for some people that work out lives. So if your ambition is like that, you want marketplace recognition because you are staying here and opportunities are literally knocking on your door. That's the truth. Because you're everything influencer. So beyond your industry and niche, you are known, you're credible. And one of the things that helps you get there is that you focus on profile building by story distribution, like I said earlier, and then you focus on growing your audience. So 3 things: profile building, story by story distribution, growing your audience, and then collaborating with individuals and brands outside of your industry. Why? Because it pushes you, introduces you to a new audience, basically. So let's run. So basically, let's see if you can do a 10 to 15 minute group work. So basically, this is where somehow, everybody's here. Next slide, let me see. Awesome. So basically, can we do like just two tables or per table, so make it easier. Per table, just huddle together.